I don't know if you know about the intricate dance between politics and economics and the profound consequences that arise when these two forces collide or not. If you do, great, but if you don't, well, this is the video for you. In the complex world we inhabit, the interplay between political decisions and economic outcomes shapes the very fabric of our societies. As we delve into the intertwining realms of politics and economics, we unravel a narrative marked by both promise and peril. How does the delicate balance between political stability and economic growth influence our global landscape? All right, we'll break it down for you. Politics and economics are inherently intertwined, serving as potent forces that significantly shape our lives for better or worse. The intricate nature of their connection poses a complex challenge, particularly in the realm of economic ideas. The success or failure of world leaders often hinges on their ability to effectively manage their economies, a factor that heavily influences their political fate. A well-functioning economy not only facilitates the governance of a nation, but also eases various aspects of government administration. When harmoniously orchestrated, the symbiotic relationship between politics and economics can yield positive outcomes. Presently, our lives benefit from unprecedented freedom and prosperity, attributable to the prevalence of strong democracies worldwide. These democracies prioritize the contentment of their citizens, leveraging economic well-being as a key means to achieve this end. Conversely, mismanaging this intricate relationship can lead to profound human suffering. Even in seemingly minor cases, misguided economic policies driven by political ideology rather than pragmatic methodology can result in high unemployment, inefficient resource allocation, detrimental externalities, and sluggish economic growth. The repercussions of such errors underscore the critical importance of navigating the complex interplay between politics and economics with care and foresight. In more severe instances, when policymakers deliberately disregard the counsel of their economic advisors, display indifference, or, most concerning of all, when economic advisors harbor their own political agendas, the consequences can be catastrophic, resulting in the loss of millions of lives. The issue extends beyond corrupt or inept governments. Harm is inevitable regardless of the economic justifications put forth for their decisions. The root of the problem is increasingly traced back to the institutions responsible for formulating and testing economic theories, even those relied upon by well-intentioned world leaders. Currently, academic economics faces a crisis as numerous reputable studies have been exposed as fraudulent. Methodologies were manipulated and data points were fabricated to produce outcomes that sounded significant. Economists engaging in these practices sought recognition or aimed to bolster ideas they already personally endorsed. For instance, an economist examining the viability of a universal basic income should set aside personal beliefs about government spending, taxation, and social welfare to objectively assess the program's feasibility. Failure to do so, especially if the economist leans toward a staunch, laissez-faire government system, may result in consciously or subconsciously influencing variables or overlooking outcomes that support a potentially promising program. A more insidious scenario arises when an economist passionately supports the idea of a universal basic income and goes to great lengths to ensure the experiment's success. This fervor could lead to justifying a flawed system that costs the economy billions of dollars and yields worse outcomes for those in genuine need. Unfortunately, even well-intentioned economists must be realistic and acknowledge that even the most meticulously devised plans will go nowhere unless they can persuade policymakers and ultimately the electorate. This is why we have the concept of a capitalist economy, where the government lacks authority. Alternatively, there is a variation in which the government wields complete control over the economy. Presently, the United States and many other countries adopt a mixed economic model, which blends elements of both capitalism and socialism. In a mixed economic system, private property is safeguarded and there is a degree of economic freedom in capital utilization. However, it also permits government intervention in economic activities to accomplish social objectives. The last few years have witnessed significant economic developments in the United States, the world's largest and most influential national economy to ever exist. Despite facing many challenges such as an emerging rivalry with a growing group of powers and internal issues like national debt and shifting demographics, the U.S. economy continues to exhibit sustained growth, surpassing that of most comparable advanced economies. The United States enjoys various economic advantages that give it a competitive edge globally, and these advantages have not materialized out of thin air. The USA's economic prowess can be attributed in part to its political stability. Despite facing numerous challenges, the country maintains one of the most robust democracies globally. This political stability serves as the foundation for economic stability, allowing the U.S. to attract trillions of dollars in foreign investment and hold the world's reserve currency. Moreover, the U.S. remains a magnet for millions of the world's most talented individuals seeking to contribute their expertise and build a better life for themselves and their families. This influx of skilled professionals further contributes to the nation's economic strength. In essence, the United States' economic advantages are deeply rooted in its political stability, creating an environment that attracts investment, fosters growth, and appeals to talented individuals from around the globe. But can political stability hinder economic growth? The conventional definition of political instability revolves around the likelihood of a government collapsing due to conflicts or intense competition among political parties. This instability tends to persist, and its impact on economic growth is significant. The relationship between economic growth and political stability is intricate. On one hand, an uncertain political environment can deter investment and impede economic development. On the other hand, poor economic performance may lead to political unrest and government collapse. Achieving political stability, however, can be a complex matter. It may occur through oppressive measures or by having a political party in power that doesn't face competition for re-election. In such cases, political stability becomes a double-edged sword. While it offers a peaceful environment, it can also become a breeding ground for cronyism and corruption. Political stability historically has not been the norm. Regardless of the political regime, a country that is free from conflicts and abrupt regime changes allows its people to focus on working, saving, and investing. Recent studies on corruption reveal that a long tradition of democracy and political stability tends to reduce corruption. However, in the contemporary world, some countries exhibit a paradox, combining one determinant of corruption with the opposite. Politically stable autocracies or newly formed and unstable democracies. Some view political stability not just as a condition that prevents change, but also as demoralizing for the public, stifling innovation and ingenuity. Change, though risky, is seen as necessary for progress. Political stability can lead to complacency and stagnation, inhibiting competition not only in business, but also in politics, education, innovation, and the arts. In some cases, it refers to a lack of real competition for the governing elite, enforcing barriers to personal freedoms, freedom of the press, religion, internet access, and political dissent, fostering abuse of power and corruption. For example, Vietnam, controlled entirely by the ruling party, has experienced economic volatility despite once being considered a promising economy. The economy faced structural problems, rising inefficiency, and inflation. Similarly, in India's case, decades of political stability did not necessarily translate into higher economic growth. In conclusion, not all forms of political stability contribute equally to development. The impact depends on the extent to which stability translates into good governance. Stability that leads to complacency, lack of competition, and opacity may hinder economic growth, emphasizing the crucial role of governance beyond mere political stability. How do you perceive the delicate balance between political stability and economic growth? Have you witnessed instances where political decisions influenced economic outcomes for better or worse? Your insights are valuable to us, and we look forward to engaging in a thoughtful discussion with our viewers. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for regular updates on the latest news and reviews. Hit the bell icon to stay informed and join us in our journey of exploring the complex dynamics that shape our world. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we'll eagerly await your contributions in the comments. Until then, stay informed and stay engaged.